It seems like Big Brother is here to stay. Yes, the nanny states, the paternalistic politicians that we have, because they know better than us. They want to save us from ourselves. They are the experts, and they are here to attack the working class, including people like Jeremy Hunt as Chancellor and the rest of the government, and of course the rest of Parliament in general. It's not just the Tory government, but also the Labour Party and the Lib Dems and everybody else who are attacking our free choice and self-determination. This is about public health. It's always about public health or national security. And some people who have envy in them, politics of envy, for example, they don't like it when people make the wrong choices in life. So sometimes they allow tyranny to grow. They allow politicians to come out and tell you, you shouldn't eat this, you shouldn't drink that, you shouldn't smoke this, you should walk like this, you should dress like this. Basically turning this country into another Iran. That's exactly what they do in Iran. It's all in the name of societal order and health, public health. You shouldn't do this. And this is the problem we have. Buy one, get one free is getting cancelled by government and Jeremy Hunt, despite the fact that they've done analysis and research. Because they're saying, well, people are getting fat, and it's our job to not let them get fat. And they keep using the excuses of the NHS, and I'm going to get to the NHS in a second. So despite the analysis showing that this policy will reduce calorie consumption by just 2.5%, 2.5%, that's all it's going to do. They're still going to go ahead with it. So they say, well, there will be a burden on the NHS if fat people exist. Sure, okay. So it's the problem is the health service. You need to sort out the health service, reform it, so it doesn't become burdensome. I mean, we know exactly what the problem is. That the rest of the world, the developed world, have better health services than us because they know they're not going to copy the NHS. The NHS is not the envy of the world. But even if that was true, even if, let's just say, we have to destroy the fat people, eliminate them, right? Because we want to protect the NHS. This policy is only effective 2.5%. As Milton Friedman said once, never judge a policy or program based on its intention. Always judge it by its outcome. Intent is meaningless, but unfortunately intent, emotional triggering, is what runs politics around the world and our democracies. Everything is about emotions. All you have to do as a politician or a party, start a campaign, start a cause, get people to feel something, and then you push for it. Even if that policy doesn't work. For example, universal basic income. You go to a lot of people, there are enough people in the country who would say, well, it sounds good. Everybody gets free money. That means we're not going to have homeless people. Yeah, but that's the intent. Does it actually work? Judge it based on its outcome. Clearly, that doesn't happen anymore. Logic in politics. Now, we had Ben Bradley, Conservative MP for Mansfield, said hands off, people's bog off, they buy one, get one free. So you have Tory MPs, backbenchers, who are completely angry at this decision from the same Tory ministers. And Ben Bradley said, it's not the government's job to make people thin. It's our own personal responsibility. Ministers should keep their hands off people's buy one, get one frees. So this is the same mentality that Stalin and Mao and many others started to do beginning of their reign, and the Iranian regime as well. You start by being paternalistic, and you start getting a chunk of society to agree with you because they have their own prejudice about their neighbors or whatever. Well, that one is I don't know, smelly, or that one is fat, or that one is, I don't like the way he talks or walks, right? And then they start doing policies to create a new societal order, change the culture. And then what happens is, the intent is to get everybody to be good, be healthy, be nice, and follow the rules, right? But the problem is then you'll be completely dependent on the state and the same big brother. And then you'll be owned by the state. That's always happened throughout history. Do not be dependent. Do not be reliant on the government to give you free money, because then they can tell you what to do with it. Digital currency is coming up, so that's going to be another beauty. And that's just one part of it. Tip of the iceberg. And no one is kicking off. Greg Smith, another MP for Buckingham, said it is no business of any government telling them what they should or should not eat, how they should see adverts for it, what shopkeepers are able to offer, or where they can put a chocolate orange on their shelves. I would say it's nuts, but the fanatics are probably opposed to the natural oils in those too. Yes, so the Department of Health and Social Care source pointed to a decision in May 2022 to delay the restrictions because of the unprecedented economic situation. It's in the middle of a cost of living crisis where people try their best to find discount items and buy one get one free. The government are going to make things even worse. This is basically an attack on the working classes, saying, well, first, we're going to increase the price of your beer and your alcohol and everything else. And then we're going to go after your discounted food and your buy one get one free. And we're going to come for your car because it's no longer compliant with net zero. So everything's going to become more expensive. Everything, you have to change your lifestyle in order to adapt and basically be a member of society. It's disgusting. Now, the mainstream media might be quiet on this, but we're not going to stay quiet. We're going to continue to expose them on this channel with your support. So make sure to share this video and click on the subscribe button. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.